Welcome to the Building Texas Show, where we find the leaders behind the businesses and organizations driving progress in Texas. In each episode, we share the stories of innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders committed to evolving Texas into its next era. I'm your host, Justin McKenzie, your guide to help you think about how to engage in the movement and support building Texas across the entire state. Founded by German freethinkers, determined to find freedom from dictatorial monarchies and clerics, Comfort, Texas remains an unincorporated census-designated area today. To that end, Comfort residents and businesses historically relied on community support and a spirit of the possible to be successful. To this day, Comfort is a place where people gather, they celebrate, and tap into the essence of the earliest settlers of the Texas Hill Country. Comfort is known in the region for its annual Christmas in Comfort celebration and is an ideal spot for tourists and weekend travelers wanting to experience the magic of the Texas Hill Country without the crowds. Welcome back to the Building Texas Show. I'm excited to sit down today and continue a conversation from one that we started earlier with Lisa Jenkins. And Lisa, we were talking about the pop-up initiative and really your community work.
Right.
And you serve the Chamber of Commerce here locally.
I do.
You're very involved in trying to promote and just make Comfort a better place to be a business owner.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I do.
What inspires that? Where did you pick that up in your journey?
Well, I'm sort of an all or nothing kind of girl. We previously owned Camp Comfort Bed and Breakfast here in Comfort, and we sold that. I think it was 2019, and I just sort of took a break. So it was a couple of years of nothing. I wasn't on a committee. I didn't own a business. It was nothing, and it was interesting, but I wanted more, and so that's when I decided to open Freethinkers General Store. Soon after that, an opportunity came along, and I applied to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce on their board, and I was accepted, and so it started there. And then, the Downtown Merchant Association needed a little assistance, so I offered my help there. And then the Comfort Steering Committee for the pop-ups and all of that came along and Kara approached me and said, hey, we would love to have you in on this conversation. And I said, sure, why not? Yeah. And so now I'm doing all kinds of things. So it's either all or nothing.
And why? Like, to what end are you doing these things? Because it is a lot of volunteer work. And it's time, it's tears.
Yes.
It's probably treasure.
Late nights.
Yeah. But what fuels that? Is it the people around you? Is it your business? It sounds like a little bit of everything.
It is. It's a little bit of everything. When I'm out and about in my own business or within the community, I always think to myself, have I done everything I can do to make this successful, whatever this is? And, maybe it's just my business. How can I make my business successful? Well, joining some of these committees has helped my business become more successful. How can I make the community more successful? Joining some of the committees has helped with that, I think, in some way. So if I can contribute in some way to making something better and I'm able to do it, then I'm going to do it. I'm on board. I'm ready.
And what is that opportunity? Because we talk a lot about how do we attract people to Comfort, and our belief is that when they discover it, they'll come back.
Yes.
And we see that play out time and time again. What's the opportunity in the year ahead to really make that more impactful? We talk about events that bring tourists here.
Right.
How do we get them here on Thursday?
I think if we can get people here and we can show them everything that Comfort has to offer, how welcoming Comfort is, and let them experience Comfort, I think they will come back on a Thursday. But if they get here and they see a town that's dying,
Yeah.
then they're not going to come back. And so all of the efforts that Kara's making, that I'm making, that, probably 50 other, 100 other people in Comfort are making, is to try to create that experience for our visitors, so that they will come back on a Thursday. Maybe they'll stay all week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that about the intentionality of somebody coming out to Comfort intentionally. They're coming for the pop-up initiative.
Right.
They're coming for dinner at Ribbon Rock Ranch in La Calibre. It is you having a purpose. You've discovered it somehow. You've been referred to it. But to your point, like once you're here, you're going to get that much deeper.
Yes.
And you're going to find that it has so much to offer. But I always go back to the people. It's going to be walking up and down High Street. You're going to have an interaction with someone locally and just be in awe that is what occurs every day in this town.
I agree. It's the people. Once you get here, it's the people that are going to make you want to come back. But we have to get them here. And that's where social media, word of mouth is our best effort to do that. And I have people come in my store who still say, how long have you been open?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I've been open about 2 years now. And they say, I've been to Comfort before. I had no idea you were here.
Yeah.
And so that's where the collective happens. That's where we all work together to make sure that we promote each other so that when somebody does come to town, they get to see all the good things and not just maybe our wonderful High's Cafe. Maybe they get to see a little bit more while they're here.
Well, I'm so excited about the initiative that you have and the store that you have because Freethinkers General Store is really an experience. You walk in there and you see the local brands. You see things that are unique to Comfort. You're not going to see them in every souvenir shop up and down every little town in the hill country. That does defeat the initiative, right? You have to be unique.
You have to.
You have to bring a different value. And I think you've done that beautifully in the Freethinkers General Store. And now I'm just seeing where you extend that into the community in so many ways.
I think so. I'll try to.
What do you see in the year ahead? And what is it that's going to keep this momentum and the excitement locally for Comfort moving forward?
I'm excited. I don't know. I have this sense that everything's just going to flourish from here. It's just, and I think our residents and our businesses feel the same way. Because when we reached out to everyone and asked them their thoughts on the pop-up concept and what we were doing, everybody got excited, and I'm excited. And so I think that Comfort is going to do nothing but grow. We're seeing our buildings start to fill up. That's exciting. That activity breeds activity.
And where would people find you online? You have a full e-commerce shop. Somebody watching this today could go and get something from your store. And what a gift that would be to your store.
It would be. We're grateful.
And it makes a huge impact.
It does.
We talk about, and I'm going to pivot here a little bit and say we talk a lot about getting people to Comfort. But you spend a lot of time and have made a big investment in e-commerce.
I have.
So people that have been to Comfort and maybe they didn't see your store could now go visit your store, shop it online.
Sure.
And make an impact locally.
Yes, they could. And I've seen that. I've seen visitors come to Comfort. I've talked to them. I remember their names. I remember their faces. And then I see the orders coming in from New York or New Mexico or Canada even into my online store. And I'm grateful. And I remember the people who have actually visited me and then went home and supported my store from a distance. And you can find us online at freethinkerstx.com.
So freethinkerstx.com on your websites
and social media.
Socials as well, Facebook, Instagram.
at freethinkerstx.
And what else would you encourage somebody that's watching this? Maybe they've just said, well, Comfort, I've heard the word Comfort, but I didn't know there was a town, Comfort.
Right.
What's that little nugget? What would they come here? Not for your store, not for the retail. What is it that you say, this is the must-see place?
Must-see place?
The must-see place.
Would that be a business or?
It could be anything. To me, it might be James Keel Park.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We just have the most beautiful land in the hill country and in Comfort specifically. We have two rivers. We have Cypress Creek and the Guadalupe River. both flow right through Comfort, which creates this beautiful scenery no matter where you're at in Comfort, and the big cypress trees along the creek. And so I would definitely that you can come for the calm and serenity and the nature and the landscape, but you're going to stay because of the hospitality and the community that invites you when you get here.
Well, Lisa Jenkins, thank you for everything that you're doing, everything that you're pouring into the community and those around you. And I so appreciate the way that you're building Texas.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to all of our sponsors who have helped feature Comfort Texas on the Building Texas Show. Please visit comfort.buildingtexasshow.com to learn more about these sponsors, Comfort Texas, and to plan your next road trip into the Texas Hill Country. To learn more, visit our website, buildingtexasshow.com. You can also connect with us on Facebook at Building Texas.